Welcome to the Sweet Life of Jason. Today we're gonna be cooking Jace's first chase. And I have to introduce the biggest guy I know in LA. He's one of my best friends. He's a boxer, he's a brawler, he's everything on the map. 2 out the handle star, every reality TV star. Chase Demore, bring him on.
Thank you so much. We're chefing it up today, what can I say?
Alright, Chase, if I win today, can I get the belt?
100%, but I'm the champ, I'm never taking a loss.
maybe if I win, then we're gonna bring up the, we gotta talk about this.
Yes, so you can see this is a 1999 holographic Charizard. One of my prized possessions. This is actually a $10,000 card, but you know, it's up for grabs if you can out Philly the Philly King.
Okay, yeah, so I'm from the East Coast, and there is where Philly cheesesteaks are made. So what's on stake is a $10,000 card and this cheesesteak. So this is my cousin Chris Hahn. He's also from the East Coast.
How you doing?
We have Fosh. She's
Fosh.
also from New Jersey, so she knows Philly cheesesteak, right? Fosh?
What?
Yeah.
Jade is a vegan.
That's great.
So that means
So hold on, before you finish, so you're telling me that you got 2 East Coast judges and the one girl from the West Coast is vegan?
It's rigged, guys.
Well, it sounds like I'm the only judge. I think I'm the only judge.
It's rigged. Okay, Jade, introduce yourself.
Jade, I'm from Portland. I'm a vegan, so I will not be judging this by taste, just by looks
Okay.
alone.
Looks along.
Presentation is key.
Presentation.
Alright.
This is my home, so welcome to my home. He does have the advantage with, you know, his family being one of the only judge, and he's also from the East Coast. But in my advantage, instead of the traditional cheese whiz sauce that you can buy at the store, I am going to be chefing up my own cheese sauce to put on my Philly cheesesteak. So
Nice.
I'm feeling pretty confident about that. I've actually never made a Philly cheesesteak in my life, but my dad was a chef, so I learned a thing or two.
So it's gonna be 20 minutes. At the end, we're gonna have the judges taste, see who wins, and yeah, let's get started.
Alright, let's get started right into
Boom.
it. So the first thing I like to go into anytime is I start with the onions.
Fucking love.
Basically, the onion is so important that a lot of people, they question like, oh, how do you get through an onion without crying? Fun fact, the only time you cry with an onion is if you cut down the center. The best technique I think for this is you want to cut thin slices like this so that you can cube them.
For me, I'm gonna
Me too.
make the peppers
All my hopes and dreams of being a chef are going out the
thin
window.
and the
Second by
onions
second.
thin. Because if you have a thin onion, it's gonna it's just gonna cook a lot better.
The thin onion you think is going to cook a lot better.
Yeah, I don't.
What type of onion are you using? Because I don't even see an onion. I'm using a white onion. That looks like a yellow onion.
Yeah.
So guys, basically the thing I want to jump right into is I'm going to get my skillet going. I want to get this thing as piping hot as possible. I did add garlic, but something I like to
actually so
add
therapeutic
straight to
right
the
now.
saucepan. I'm going to add
feels
some of these
amazing.
garlic powder in there with that so that those can get sauteed up really quick.
Chase, how do I turn the stove on?
Oh, he doesn't even know how to turn the stove on.
It's not my stove.
You literally just, where it says ignite,
Oh,
push
okay.
it
Got
down.
it. There we
it
go.
is.
There we go.
There it is.
All right, cool. We're gonna get
We're gonna
some.
start chefing this up right
olive
away.
oil right here.
Sauteing these onions. It's gonna go super quick because I already got the pans like super hot already.
So we're gonna do a
Pulling my
lot.
eyes out right now because man, I'm
is a
really worried
good
I'm gonna
enough-
lose this challenge.
Good enough amount of onions right there. Whoops, got a little bit of oil. Fix that.
Any man's game, it's any man's game.
Any man's game at this point. Typically what I like to do, guys, is like I'll throw these steaks in the freezers just for a couple minutes. I'm using the high-grade Wagyu. The reason I do that is because with this type of cut, it's already very soft, right? So I freeze it up a little bit just to firm it so I can get those thin slices. The biggest thing with this thing, guys, is you want to keep the slices as thin as possible because that's the difference between a Philly cheesesteak and a steak sandwich.
Yes.
Fun fact.
So for mine, got the thin one.
We're gonna go ahead and like just beat this in just a little bit.
There you go.
There we go.
I'm a fighter by nature, so I mean, like, this is the only way we gotta do this. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and cut against the grain with this, nice and thin slices.
We just gotta get these peppers. This is what's gonna take a minute.
Wow,
So
that's
now
nice.
I'm just gonna put those onions on top and just let it really marinate, as you can tell.
We got nice, you know, thin slices for that Philly cheesesteak. Look at that thing, perfect bite size. So basically, I met Jason a couple of years ago. You are a reality TV star as well,
Yes, sir.
through Netflix. Netflix actually put on the event for one of the Love Is Blind premieres
Yup.
that recently came out. I got an opportunity to, you know, watch their show. You know, ran into them at a Netflix exclusive event, and we kind of just became friends ever since.
Yeah.
What a great opportunity.
Now we hit it off pretty
Bravo
quick.
and Grease.
I'm a big fan of the pink salt personally, and my fresh cracked black pepper. We're just gonna go ahead and go straight into salting up my steak with that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go right into making my cheese sauce. So I got my little sauce bowl right here that I want to get started on. Take a drink of my wine. A little heavy
Cut these
cream
breads.
for the base. I'm gonna drop that in there.
start cutting this bread
Go
open.
ahead, and we want to just start heating this up nice and slow. You don't want to do it too fast because it will bubble, burn.
All right, so for me, we're keeping it real old school. I'm gonna make these mini guys right here. We got 6 of them. So we're gonna give them a toast, get this steak going, mix it up with the provolone, throw the peppers and onions on top, and it's gonna be a freaking wrap. Yeah, baby.
I'll pick the colorful peppers to make it look good. It's all smoke and mirrors, chat. It's all smoke and mirrors. I just wanted to be known for the chat right now that that Jason is bumming my ingredients, so everything he tries directly from me. Get some butter inside of my cheese sauce as well.
A little bit, but it's kind of too.
No, it's not hard.
Some cheddar in
I
there.
don't like it. I might actually point it. I'm not gonna lie.
Here we go.
And we have American sharp cheddar, provolone, heavy cream, and...
I know you're hungry, bro. What do you want? You want a cheesesteak? All right. Meat's looking good. Smells like a cheesesteak. Looks like a cheesesteak. It's gonna taste like a cheesesteak. Show you guys what we're working with.
And now I
It's looking a lot better, a lot looser. This dude's looking
Go straight to
hungry.
the meat.
I know Cheech is hungry. That was good. Give it a little bit more time.
yeah.
We're gonna get zesty in this mouth.
So we're gonna go ahead and add our Wagyu beef straight into the pan, singe that, get that going.
Wow, that's looking good.
This is called double fisting at its finest.
2 steaks, 1 grill.
Look at that. It's cooking to a nice brown. You want to just flip this because you don't want to overcook this steak either. For those of you guys that eat your steak well done, I don't know what to tell you. It's special place to help you guys.
Nate, I'm not gonna lie. To be the 3-time world champion, the fire world champion, your steak is well done. Pathetic. So pathetic. Pathetic.
We do want to add the provolone cheese to the steak as well as to the sandwich. We're gonna toss that bad boy in there.
We'll ask for the fam over here. We got vegetarians in the house, so we're gonna hook them up.
He's playing favorite with the judges right now.
We're throwing the bread on. This is a real old school thing.
Do you want a cheesesteak?
All right, so let's start getting this cheese in here. All right, cool. Here's the first one.
Dude, do me a favor. You just turn the thing.
So there's a lot of juice in here. I don't want to get all the juice inside, but 1, 2, and then we just gotta push this in. Don't worry, guys, my hands are clean. All right, we're almost done, as you can
Chris is like,
tell.
I'm just basically getting cooked for me.
All right, guys. So now we're toasting. We're gonna get that cheese melted on these Philly cheesesteaks. We got 1 more, and then I'm gonna make the rest for everybody else. All right. So Chase, what do you got going on over here, brother? That's actually looking really good.
Oh, look at that.
It looks good. I'm
See,
impressed.
This is actually my first ever Philly cheesesteak.
Really?
Yeah. So we're going to add our homemade cheese
You're like the
sauce.
eye for the judges, so it's all about presentation.
Wow. Oh, I missed. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what they say, Abbas Milan.
That's it. Nice. It's looking beautiful.
In Call of Duty, we call that GG.
That looks pretty banging. We're gonna need some ketchup though. Crispy.
Wow.
Ketchup.
Yeah, ketchup and cheese. I love it.
Please put put ketchup on. Go ahead. Go put ketchup on that, please do.
All right, let's get back to this action right here. Me and Chase,
Like we were getting intimate and deep and then
steak 1,
Steak
steak
two.
2.
intimate, nice work.
All right, big guy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty impressed with Chase's cheesesteak. You definitely did a good job with the cheese whiz.
Is there anything you wish you'd done differently?
You know, the only thing like I would say he has on me is he did use colors with the peppers, but I'm not in the business for colors. If I go to Philadelphia, I want to eat something that's gonna stick in my stomach and make me feel good. So that's what we
I'm
want to
hungry.
do.
So Chris, come over here and try these.
All right, boys,
Connor,
no
you
bias
need to
here.
test
Coming
too.
out to hunt.
No bias
You gotta
here.
get this
All
over
right.
here.
Flash, are you gonna get a bite?
All
right. Chase, we could have used a little cut in half here. That will be harder.
Give him a cut.
You want to try?
Coming out.
All right, what looks like the most?
That one looks good, dude. Think about it.
This one looks good. All right. No condiments. Everyone knows the rules.
One bite.
Could use a little bit more salt. Could use a little bit of garlic. Cheese to blend ratio is pretty solid. Solid 7-3.
7-3.
All right.
That's a pretty good score. Hey.
7.3.
I'll take it.
This is
That thing's a
Damn,
monster.
that
This
was
is
so
a filthy
fucking
one.
Good.
That looks
a
like
real,
Sal's.
That's a real cheesesteak right there. You see that cheese?
Hey, she said that. That's my girl Flash, man.
All right.
She said that's real cheese.
Everyone knows the fucking rules here.
I do.
One bite.
Oh, boy.
It's a lot of bread.
I'm sweating bullets.
Cheese.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. She
One
shakes.
bite.
Gotta
Here
get.
goes 7-8.
I'm impressed, bro. That thing
Thank
is
you,
good.
bro. Great game.
I'm 1 for 1.
What was the difference?
Cheese.
I gotta try the
Cheese.
cheese. The
There's a
cheese.
cheese
I know.
difference.
When I saw him pour the cheese
Cheese.
on there, I was like, it's gonna lubricate that
The
butter.
cheese was everything. The meat. It's
It's easier to chew, you know.
The meat wasn't like
Yeah,
a huge
not
factor.
lubricate.
Really? The
You know,
bread, I actually like this bread better.
Yeah, should.
The cheese was the most important factor.
That was a 20-minute battle with Jace versus Chase. I gotta say, I'm thoroughly impressed with my boy, Chase Demore. He really brought a lot more than I thought. So, it was the cheese wit for the W for him, from not being from Philly or the East Coast. My man's from Portland, he really kicked ass today. His dad's a chef, and I gotta say, he definitely has some good cooking intuition, as they would say.
Thanks so much for having me. As always, always a pleasure to compete. Your thing is beautiful. Next time I'm gonna get smaller bread and more peppers, and hopefully we can get to that hard Chris Hahn at 8. Thank you,
All right,
brother.
let's eat, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you. Thanks for the judges. Thanks, girls.